What is the BackPack program? The mission of the BackPack program meets the needs of hungry children by providing them with nutritious and easy-to-prepare foods to take home on weekends and school vacations when other resources are not available. The BackPack program concept was developed at the Arkansas Rice Depot in Little Rock after a school nurse began to notice hungry students coming to her with stomach aches and dizziness. The local food bank began to provide the school children with groceries in nondescript backpacks for them to carry home. In 1995, the BackPack program launched as a pilot program, and by 2006, the National Council at Feeding America approved it as an official national program of the network.
The food bank responsibilities. Food bank will ensure bags are delivered to your school on time. And if something happens, the weather or whatever, that they're not going to be on time, I will do my best to let you know in advance. Food bank will conduct annual training, such as this BackPack program training video. We will conduct site reviews. The site reviews are to be done every other year. We will ensure your school adheres to food safety guidelines and other program regulations outlined by Feeding America. And we will appoint a primary contact to assist with any questions regarding the program. This year, that point of contact, the primary point of contact will be myself, and I am Paige McLaurin. And I will give you the contact information at the very end of this presentation. BackPack coordinator responsibilities. The school will identify a primary and secondary point of contact for the program. A secondary point of contact is required in case the primary point of contact has to be out of the office during a delivery. And the BackPack coordinator will communicate to the food bank any changes to the school schedules or staffing for BackPack program. BackPack coordinator will distribute bags only to students in the program, and bags may not go to other causes. The coordinator will identify students at the start of the school year and as needed throughout the year if students leave the program. Coordinator will distribute the bags according to the schedule provided. Will keep track of the children by name and distribution date. So if the child stays in the program for the entire year, there should be a list with the child's name and then 17 dates next to the name. The coordinator will submit the monthly reports. Coordinator will complete food safety training. At least one person must be trained from each site and for the food safety. The coordinator will be available for an annual monitoring visit. I will send you all an email and with the day and time, and it's perfectly okay if that time just does not work for you. You can, easily send me another suggestion for the day and time that works better for you. But these are required by Feeding America. So, at some point, every other year, there will be a monitoring visit. And the coordinator will participate in the BackPack program surveys. These surveys are critical to the program, so we greatly appreciate all the responses that we get. We use these responses to determine what's going to be in the bags for the following year, and we use these surveys to help us get grants to fund this program. So we really value the responses, get as many responses as we can get. The coordinator will maintain records reflecting the amount of inventory received and keep those records on file for the entire school year.
Identification process. At the start of the school year, please begin to develop a list of students that will participate in the BackPack program. If you are a returning school, you can prioritize students who were in the program the previous year. For a new school, you can use the food bank handout and referral form. Distribute to all school staff, including teachers, administrators, nurses, cafeteria, and custodial staff. Parents, grandparents, guardians can contact the school and request that a child participate. Please do not send a referral form home with all students or give them out at a PTA meeting or open house. Identified students should receive all 17 backpacks unless they move or quit the program.
Backpack storage. Backpack bags should be stored in a secure, lockable, temperature-controlled location. We ask that the backpack bags are stored in a lockable location just so that we know and the backpack coordinator knows exactly who receives each bag. And uh, it needs to be in a temperature controlled room, even though the food that's in the bags are shelf stable, because even though they are shelf stable, uh, if they are exposed to excessive heat or excessive cold, that will affect their shelf life. The boxes should be at least 6 inches off the floor. It can be on a table, on a desk, or a pallet, but the boxes are never to go on the floor. If you need a pallet to comply with this rule, just let me know and we will do our best to provide a pallet along with the first delivery. We aim to keep costs down by reusing the boxes, so we would greatly appreciate it if you would please flatten the boxes once you're done distributing the bags and stack them up. And when the driver comes for the next delivery, just let the driver know where the boxes are that need to be brought back to the food bank. And yeah, if the boxes are looking, worn out and like they've seen their better day, then yes, go ahead and recycle them.
Food safety. The backpack coordinators are to keep their food safety certification current by completing the food safety training at least every 2 years. Upon delivery, without opening the bags, check for any damaged items and report to food bank staff as soon as possible for next steps if there are any issues. Boxes should never be stored near cleaning supplies. Confirm any food allergies with parents, school nurse, or the cafeteria manager. However, allow parents to remove any food from the bags. Remind students not to open the bags until they are home. Distribution and reporting. Distribute on the scheduled Fridays. Occasionally, due to closings or early dismissal, you may distribute earlier in the week. Please note this in the monthly report. Most of you will receive your backpacks the week of the distribution. If the delivery does not have the correct number of bags or a bag is damaged, please call or email a food bank employee immediately. Bags can be brought to the classrooms or children may be called to come and get the bags. The goal is to be discreet to maintain dignity.
Distribution and reporting. Each school is asked to maintain a list of the children participating in the program, including the date they receive each bag. The food bank will never ask you to submit that list, but when we come to for a monitoring visit, we will ask to take a quick look at that list to see how many kids are on the list. So, and just to make sure that it makes sense with the number of bags that you're receiving each delivery. When a child leaves the program, they should be replaced by a child on the waiting list. Or if there is no waiting list, then the school staff should be asked to provide new referrals. The parent letters. Parent letters will be inside the first backpack bag to let them know why their child is bringing home these bags of food. And we will also email a copy of the parent letters if you haven't received it already, so that if a child joins the program after that first bag has been distributed, you can, as the coordinator, provide a letter for that child to bring home to his or her parent or guardian. Parent letters need to be sent home every time a new child receives a bag. Permission slips are not required by the food bank, but we can modify the parent letter into a permission slip upon request if your school or principal requires it.
Paperwork. Each school will receive an email or has already received an email, including the following: how many bags your school will distribute, reporting instructions, information on food safety training, projected delivery day of the week, parent letter, the 2026-2027 program agreement, and this is for new schools to the program, a backpack training manual, and a list of backpack distribution dates. For monthly reporting, reports should be entered online no later than the 5th of the following month. Please submit a report after each distribution. Reports can now be found on the food bank's website, and Paige will go over what that looks like.
So when you click that link, you will see this screen. You simply will scroll down till you see backpack report. And here's your report. And we will need one of these reports for each delivery. And so you can choose to do this report as soon as you've completed the distribution, or you can do both reports for the month as long as it is on or before the 5th of the following month. So you just need to fill out the form. And the questions are fairly straightforward. Name of the school or site. I'm just going to say food bank in this pretend report. Who is completing the report? That would be me. And oops. I got ahead of myself. So and we're going to say that we received this bag on September 14th. Because that's around when we'll be distributing the first set of bags. How many bags will be delivered, or how many bags were delivered to your school? We're going to say this school received 50. And then we'll say that all the bags were distributed. And if we distributed all, there are no leftovers. And then we can, we would just simply say NA for the rest of it. And if we go back up, and we say, say we didn't get them all distributed that day, we can say, there was 2 students that were absent on distribution day. Then we would note that accordingly, and we could say that there's 2 bags left over in this particular example. And we can just type some simple message saying 2 students were absent on distribution day. Will distribute last 2 bags to students upon return. And then we simply will click submit, and we have finished our report. And if you have any questions when you are doing the report, feel free to contact me, and I'd be happy to help you through. And lastly, this is how you would contact us. I'm Paige, and Sloan Henry, our Director of Neighbor Wellness and Support, is also here with us today, and she would also be happy to assist if you need it. Thank you so much for spending some time and taking the time to do this training, and we are looking forward to working with you this year.
Thank you very much.